Did you ever feel that, despite yesterday, someone handed you a blank slate to start over? What a feeling, isn't it? In these moments of crisis, where we frantically seek external fulfillment, what if I told you that the true portal to your spiritual awakening and inner peace lies in the absence of noise? And what if letting go of what you try to control was the secret to your personal development and profound renewal? Let's discover how your greatest challenges can be masters for the awakening of consciousness, and how a simple breath can guide you back to your unshakable peace. Prepare for a journey that goes beyond what you imagine. Have you ever felt completely lost, as if the ground disappeared beneath your feet? Those moments when everything seems to fall apart, a relationship that ends, a job that's lost, a dream that doesn't come true. It's a real pain, an emptiness that drives us to seek anything to fill it. But what if I told you that, despite yesterday, these collapses are, in fact, a portal to your new beginning, to a deep renewal of the soul? In this video, we will unravel how to transform this pain into a springboard for your spiritual awakening, finding an inner peace you never imagined was possible. Prepare for a journey of personal development that will change your perspective on life's falls. Have you ever found yourself, after an exhausting day or bad news, aimlessly turning on the TV, endlessly scrolling through social media, eating without hunger, or even seeking distractions in relationships or consumerism? We do this in the hope of muffling that uncomfortable existential void that arises when something collapses. It's as if we have a visceral fear of silence, of what we might find within. Our brain, conditioned to seek immediate pleasure and aversion to pain, drives us to fill every gap with external noise, with activities that take us out of the present. Think with me. It's like trying to fill a leaky cup. You pour, but it never seems truly full. This is false fulfillment. The real problem is not the emptiness itself, but our relationship with it. The void, in truth, is not the absence of something good, but the absence of noise, of distractions. And it is precisely in this space of absence that true presence resides, the portal to your spiritual awakening. You know when you're alone in a quiet environment and, suddenly, you notice things that previously went unnoticed. Your own breathing, the thoughts that arise, the sensations in your body. This is the invitation of silence. It is in this place that our soul can, finally, speak. It is the portal to true presence, to connection with our deepest self, with our unshakable peace. An excellent exercise that can help you in this process is to keep a gratitude journal, especially in moments of crisis. When everything seems to fall apart, it's easy to focus on what went wrong. But by recording the small things you are grateful for, a ray of sunshine, a cup of coffee, a message from a friend, you begin to train your mind to notice abundance, even in scarcity. This does not deny the pain, but redirects your focus, opening space for hope and renewal. Remember what Deepak Chopra said, "The void is a blank canvas. It is there that we create our masterpieces." Silence is not absence, it is opportunity. After talking about how silence and emptiness can be portals to true presence, and how our mind incessantly seeks to fill these spaces with noise, a question naturally arises. What prevents us from embracing this presence, from truly connecting with our essence? Often, it's attachment. Imagine a hand tightly closed, squeezing something with all its might. No matter how much you want to receive something new, there's no room for anything else to enter, right? This is a powerful metaphor for attachment. When everything collapses, our natural tendency is to cling even more to what's left, or to what we believe we should have. Attachment to ideas, to people, to situations, to how our life should be. But ancient wisdom, present in various cultures and philosophies, teaches us about the paradox of detachment. For the new to flourish, we need to let go of the old. Letting go doesn't mean devaluing or not caring. It means releasing the need for control. It means understanding that not everything is within our purview, and that life has its own flows. It's like a tree that sheds its leaves in autumn so that new ones can sprout in spring. If it tried to hold on to the dry leaves, there would be no energy for the new cycle. We fear detachment because we associate it with loss, and aversion to pain makes us cling to what is familiar, even if it's what holds us back. But what if we see detachment as an act of faith? Faith that, by letting go of what no longer serves us, or what simply isn't meant to be, we are creating space for something better, something more aligned with our purpose and our inner peace. It's the trust that the universe has something prepared for us. Alan Watts, a great philosopher, reminds us that the only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. A new beginning often requires this dance with the unknown. Think of the metaphor of the seed. For a seed to germinate and become an exuberant tree, it must first disintegrate into the earth. It collapses in its original form to release its latent potential. Similarly, when we collapse, we are in a process of disintegrating what no longer serves, so that a new, stronger, and more aligned version of ourselves can sprout. This is the path to a true spiritual awakening. Nobody likes to fall, to make mistakes, to face challenges. It's painful, frustrating, and often makes us question our own worth, doesn't it? We run from pain, but it can be the great teacher. But what if we see every challenge, every fall, as a mirror that reflects not only the external situation, but also our unconscious patterns, our limiting beliefs, our deepest fears? When something collapses, it's a unique opportunity to look inward. Why is this happening? What are my responsibilities in this? What behavior patterns have I repeated? Sometimes, we realize we are stuck in vicious cycles, repeating the same mistakes, attracting the same situations. Challenges, however painful, are our masters of spiritual awakening. They force us to stop, to reflect, and to question what we once took for granted. As the philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "It is not what happens to us, but our response to what happens to us that hurts us." The real transformation begins in our response. This self-analysis is not meant to generate guilt, but to generate awareness. By identifying these patterns, we have the chance to change them. This drives a new ethic of life, based on personal responsibility, continuous learning, and the search for choices more aligned with who we truly are. It is the opportunity to build a more solid foundation for your new beginning, not just rebuilding what fell, but constructing something totally new and more authentic. Nietzsche, in a thought-provoking way, stated that adversity is a springboard for maturity, and it is in this maturity that we find true inner peace. And on this path, compassion is fundamental. Not just compassion for others, but self-compassion. Be kind to yourself in moments of vulnerability. Recognize that you are doing your best with the tools you possess. Embrace your flaws as part of the learning process and use them as stepping stones for your growth. It is in this embrace that resilience manifests and prepares us for the next stage. This self-analysis and compassion strengthen us, but amidst the chaos that makes us seek external solutions, there is an internal compass that has always been with you. It is there that we find the calm and clarity for the next step. In the midst of chaos, anxiety, and an excess of thoughts, it seems impossible to find an anchoring point, doesn't it? We seek external solutions for what is often internal noise. The good news is that you carry with you, at all times, your most powerful inner compass, your conscious breath. Breathing is the link between body and mind. When we are stressed or in a panic, our breathing becomes short and shallow. But when we focus on it, consciously, slowly, and deeply, we can immediately calm the nervous system, dissolve mental noise, and bring ourselves to the present moment. It's as if, with each inhalation and exhalation, you are readjusting your internal compass, finding your true north for inner peace. It is a simple practice that you can do anywhere, anytime. You don't need special equipment or a guru. Just you and your breath. When you feel the world is falling apart, or your mind is racing, stop for a minute. Close your eyes, if you can. Inhale deeply through your nose, feeling the air fill your lungs and abdomen. Hold for a few seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing all tension. Repeat this cycle a few times. You will notice the magic happen. The whirlwind of thoughts begins to diminish, anxiety dissipates, and you reconnect with your unshakable peace. This constant practice is not just a remedy for moments of crisis, but a powerful tool to cultivate presence and calm in your daily life, strengthening your ability to overcome challenges and boosting your personal development. It is your new beginning with every breath. Nature is a great teacher, isn't it? And one of its deepest teachings is that of impermanence. Think of a tree. In autumn, it sheds its leaves. Bare branches seem empty, devoid of life. But we know that this is not the death of the tree. It is an essential process of renewal. The dry leaves fertilize the soil, and the tree prepares for a new cycle of life in spring, with green, vital shoots. Just like the tree, we also go through cycles. Collapsing is our personal autumn. It is the end of a cycle, of a phase, of a version of ourselves. It can be painful, frightening, but it is also the beginning of another. Life is a continuous flow of births, deaths, and new beginnings. Vivian Green, with Simple Wisdom, reminds us that life is not about waiting for the storm to pass, but about learning to dance in the rain. And this dance is the very act of overcoming and personal development. The perennial essence of being is that part of you that remains intact, unchanging, despite all external changes. It is your soul, your consciousness, your capacity to love, to learn, to adapt. The end of a cycle does not mean the end of you. It just means that a new version is emerging, wiser, stronger, more conscious, in a constant spiritual awakening. Understanding impermanence is not resignation, but embracing the fluidity of life. It is knowing that, however dark the night may seem, the sun always rises. It is recognizing the strength that resides in your ability to adapt, to renew yourself, to reinvent yourself. Remember, you are like the tree. Even when the leaves fall, your root remains firm and ready to sprout again. And it is in this deep root that you find your inner peace. We have reached a crucial point in our conversation, and I truly hope that you leave here with a new perspective on the moments when everything collapses. I hope you begin to see them not as an end, but as a powerful portal to your spiritual awakening and to the construction of a new inner peace. Remember, a silence can be your greatest ally in finding true presence and your unshakable peace. A detachment is an act of faith that opens space for the new, for your new beginning. Your challenges are masters that reveal patterns and drive your evolution and personal development. A conscious breathing is your compass for calm and overcoming difficulties. And the impermanence of life teaches us about the strength of renewal that resides within you. You have the capacity to start over, to reinvent yourself, and to find your unshakable peace, not despite what collapsed, but through it. This is the true essence of consciousness. If these words touched something within you, perhaps it is time to take another step on this path of rediscovering your inner truth. Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to continue receiving content that nourishes the soul with presence and authenticity. Share in the comments what resonated with your heart. Your story might be the mirror someone needed to find. And if you wish to continue in this vibration, watch the video we left in the card. It was chosen with care to continue this journey with you. Peace and light.